How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about BBIG, which ended up showing some strength inside today. Ended up having a green day, actually. And as far as when we've been talking about how to trade off of this play, you'll be seeing some good success because we are holding down areas of support and we've been making moves to the upside. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or maybe you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support and we want to know resistance. I've been getting the messages, many of you saying, Dre, thank you. You're seeing the game plan, you're seeing the strategy, you're doing the homework, and it's paying off for you. And then we're going to be taking a look at the short interest information on Vinco. This is key because we know this play is heavily vested with a lot of shorts. So we want to see what is the progress on that by taking a look at the short volume ratios. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution, where institutions loading up on shares today. We have been dealing with some choppy, volatile markets. So this is something that would be really good to know. And then when all of that is done, I'll be going into the final thoughts and also talk about what I'm going to be expecting for tomorrow. So let's get to it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for BBIG Vinco Ventures. Let's see how it performed on the day. So ended up closing at $10.82, being up 5.87%. On the low, it tested $9.63, and then on the high, testing on $11.34. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, we traded at 121.327 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 190.856 million shares. So we did have below average volume, but we still ended up seeing some appreciation in the stock price today. Now, the chart we're using is a 1-year daily chart. When we take a look at the RSI down below, we're at 80.38, so we are in the overbought territory. But of course, this is of no surprise. We've been in this area for quite some time. When we take a look at the moving averages on the chart, we are above all of them, which is the 200-day, the 100-day, the 50-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. So as far as how it performed on the day, there was no reason why you weren't able to get some profits. So we saw it break through that $10 level, and we talked about inside the previous video. Once you see a recovery coming back above this level, we could see a strong move to the upside, and we ended up testing $11.34 on the day. So whenever you see this, this is the time where you want to pounce, but only do this. This is not financial advice if you have the right setup and so on. All right, I gotta make sure I'm clear about that. But one thing that we could see, we're seeing increasing levels of support. We could see that we have support here around 688. We have support here right around $8. We've shown to have support here right around $9.13. And now we're showing that we have some strength here right at this $10 level. We did test $9.63 on the day, but as you can see, that was no problem. And you could have easily gotten to this position because you were able to actually ride this up. I know many sent me some messages. People inside Discord played it as well. So as far as the resistance that we witnessed at 1134, as far as going into tomorrow, this is the level you want to keep an eye on. If we're able to actually pass this 1134 area, then we could look forward to seeing some moves to 12. But the price action is very volatile, and it's part of the reasons if you're inside of this play, you got to be able to keep an eye on it. But for the most part, as far as what we've been talking about inside of the technicals, we're seeing increasing levels of support. When it does decide to pull back, as long as the volume is there, you can enjoy some strong moves to the overall upside. So we're on Vinco. We're going to take a look at the recent short interest information for BBIG. As we scroll down on the page, the short shares availability is at 0, updated 23 minutes ago. And then for the short borrow fee rate, it is not available. Now, when we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio with the FINRA numbers, we could see for the close last week, Friday, it was 45.15. The close for the 7th, it was at 43.82. And then the close for yesterday being at 53.27. So So it is going up, and it seems like shorts have not learned their lessons as of yet. So we have to continue to keep up the volume and as well as the buying pressure inside of this stock, because it's going to continue to have short squeeze potential. There's a lot of negative market sentiment, but again, this gives us the opportunity to see some very strong moves and price action, which we are able to successfully trade off of. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for BBIG. So we can see here on the inflow it was at 303, and then on the outflow it was at 317. Now when we take a look at the breakdown, on the large we had 5.43, on the medium we had 226, and then on the small we had 71.63. On the outflow side, on the large we had 8.20, on the medium we had 236, and then on the small it was 72.94. And when we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for today, big time outflow. We had this yesterday and also the day before. This is of no surprise because there are a lot of traders who are inside of this play, and we also have many who are holding shares. So a lot of the selling that is happening, again, it mostly is coming from traders and as well as institutions who are getting involved, selling out of their positions, taking profits. But also, as you saw on the inflow side, we still have a lot of buying that is going on. You're also seeing this on the retail side, and this is part of the reasons why we're seeing some stabilization inside of the stock price, and we're able to actually see a green day. So things are definitely continuing to look good, and I look forward to seeing what happens going into Friday, and I'm going to be talking about more of that inside of the final thoughts. So let's get to it right now. So for my final thoughts for BBIG, I'm definitely looking forward to tomorrow. We've had many opportunities to trade off of the fluctuations in regards to actually taking a look at support. If you have your entries around these particular levels, you're able to actually ride these spikes when it does happen. I have been also checking out the comments. Many of you said, hey, you know what? I'm just going to take profits right now because I feel it is a lot of work to keep an eye on this stock, and I completely understand where you're coming from. And if you've made profits, hey, there's nothing wrong with actually doing that. Even when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, the short volume ratio continues to tell us this has short squeeze potential. Shorts are still heavily vested inside of this play. So I'm going to say this, why not take advantage of this? But again, this is only for the traders who have that focus to be in this play and to keep their eyes on it. I was able to capitalize on this opportunity. Also, many inside of the Discord were able to capitalize on this. And if we continue to have this price action, why not capitalize on it some more? Especially when it goes below $10. If you start seeing that buying and that volume start coming in, there's nothing wrong with going in with an entry and riding that elevator up. But also you want to remember for stabilization. Wait for the price to actually stabilize. Make sure you have confirmation. Don't just jump in there because, oh, it's below 10. That's where I go in. No, you want to make sure you're paying attention to the technicals, the setup. This is very key because I don't want you guys blindly just going into a play. And you want to make sure you're doing your homework and you're doing your due diligence. Taking a look at the charts, see how it's been moving. And then once you're able to do that, then you can have a good idea of the right game plan. And also when we take a look at the chart, you're seeing higher levels of support. So this is why I'm saying there's still a lot more room for this stock to move. So keep it on your watch list if you're thinking about trading off of this play. Also, there are also many who are just holding shares. So if you're going to be going on with that strategy, you want to be able to actually start buying in when it does make those dips. Don't buy whenever you see it starting to run up. That is just not the right way to go about it. I want to make sure you are maximizing your profits. And of course, if you're waiting for that short squeeze, you want to be able to make sure you're not riding the elevator up and down all the time, because that will have an effect on you. Doesn't matter because I hear it all the time and I get messages about it. So let's see how it performs on Friday, which I'm definitely looking for some more fireworks. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.